Here we go.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
It's Friday, bitches. It's Friday, bitches. It's Friday. What? It's Friday. What? Yeah, come on. It's Friday, bitches. It's Friday, bitches.
Don't look now.
Guess who is back for more?
In 24.
CaveCrewRadio.com.
Well, here we go again. The part-timers. We should have a win streak. You know, kind of like like a sports team wins so many games in a row. Like we've been live 2 weeks in a row. Because both Big B and I have a lot of shit going on, if you've been following. And I think I'm good for the foreseeable future. But you never know.
Well, I'm good for the next couple of weeks, and then, things will be in flux until I get settled out west.
This is going to be the weirdest endless summer ever.
That's right. My move is like right in the middle or I think it's the day of the beginning of endless summer because June 22nd is the move. I forget when the summer solstice is, 21st or 22nd. So it's like right at the very beginning.
Well, I got Mike Jolitz isn't Mike Shy now. I got Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
I could call on Angry Old Man if he's still alive. I haven't seen anything from him.
You know who we have to have back on is the man of 1,000 voices.
I keep trying. He's busy too. He's got like 42 grandchildren or something. We'll get him on. He keeps telling me Friday is date night. So maybe if we do a Saturday special or, somewhere in between when we can't hook things up. But anyway, I'm exhausted as normal. Your team is doing fantastic.
7-0 so far.
My team is breaking my heart as always,
and fired their coach.
Yeah, and someone said Gerard Gallant today, and I went and I vomited.
Come on now, you have on that team. If you get Gerard Gallant, you have Ryan Reeves, and you have Mitch Marner. Those are your three favorite hockey personalities ever.
I started liking Reeves. He started actually playing his role.
Because he's on
But Marner, that piece of dirt. There's a whole thing going on. They're trying to get him to accept a trade or sign a trade. Everybody's like, we're not going to get any value back. We're not going to get any value back. Take Seth Jones from Chicago. Marner can go play with Bedard. They'll put on a circus there for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get $11 million in cap space. Then you get rid of Brody. There's another 5. It's amazing what you can do with money.
Well, first you just got a new GM last year, right? So you have to worry about getting a coach. And then I'm sure the coach GM combo, whoever it is, will shape the roster.
Berube is the word, and he won a Stanley Cup as an 8th seed with St. Louis. So
I heard Berube's a hot name, but I would love if Gerard Gallant went to the Maple Leafs.
I will throw my jerseys in the garbage. I hated him as a player, hated him as a coach. I told you in New York he was shit. You weren't going to go anywhere. You were all on his bandwagon. No one understands a word he says. He's fucking French. And then these Quenneville fucking things keep coming up.
That's going to go on every single offseason until Quenneville finally says, you know what, I'm retiring from hockey.
Oh, and then
because
the other one was who's the guy who got fired from L.A.? McClellan. He's Sheldon Keith in 40 years. Like, come on. And no Bruce Boudreau, none of that crap. Like, get a hard as nails. Bruby's tough. I like him. I'd love Brindamore. They keep talking Brindamore's not going to resign or he's going to get let go if he gets swept again.
I mean, they got swept last year. They were the odds-on Cup favorites, and they're on the brink of being swept again, second year in a row. I don't see him having a pleasant offseason.
You know what? Well, then I take him in a heartbeat because when you're losing by one goal, you're close. But
it's more than that. Their power play is trash.
Oh, they shoot at the corners. They're like the Leafs. They shoot too much. Take good shots.
Right. All they want to do is have volume shots.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? They did the stat, like 99 shots in the past 2 games.
Yeah.
None, like 3/4 of them aren't quality shots. They're just being thrown at the net and praying that somebody tips it.
Like that Panarin goal, the tip in.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never played hockey, accepting a backhanded pass is a lot different than a forehand pass.
Because the curvature of the stick and the way it comes off.
Exactly. You're not exactly sure where it's going to go, and the velocity or whatever you want to say is different. And that's why they call him the bread man. Like, that was the nicest goal I've seen all year.
I mean, it was... And I just love that he has the presence of mind to lift his leg to give it clearance, so he doesn't tip it into his thigh and just drop down. What a goal.
Yeah, and then your other unsung hero, and he's not a big man, is Trocheck.
Trocheck has, because he's playing the Carolina Panthers, not the Carolina Panthers, the Carolina Hurricanes. His former team. He's stepped it up this series, and he wants this badly.
Co-host Mike Jolitz is throwing darts at us.
He says, "Welcome to an episode of Pucks and Pints."
We're killing time. Mike.
This is Pucks and Pints, the micro edition.
Yeah, that's maybe what it'll do. A 10-minute Pucks and Pints before every Cave Crew radio.
While the Stanley Cup playoffs are on, I'm all in.
Yeah, well, I'm not in on anything.
No, I mean, I'm all in on doing a 10-minute Pucks and Pints.
Yeah, no, I mean, hockey's still fun, right? Like I like the Rangers, me and Isbia, but we also love Vancouver because we hate Edmonton because they are the anti-Leafs. They have the same problem as the Leafs. No defense, no goalie.
It's the big talk here in New York is the comparison to 1994. The Rangers won the first 7 games in 94. The Rangers won the first 7 games this year. They won a President's Cup trophy, and the comparison with the Knicks also being in the playoffs in the NBA. Everything is the same as it was in 94. Can you imagine a rematch of Vancouver and the Rangers in the Cup final this year?
Could happen. But who's going to win between Colorado and Dallas? Like, I mean, poor Dallas has played 2 Stanley Cups already. No easy ride.
No. I mean, and the way Colorado is playing and, making runs, game 1 coming back, game 2 falling short. But, I mean, man, you can't count them out. They are good.
No, they're good. I don't think Edmonton stands a chance myself, but especially if Draisaitl's hurt. So
yeah, no, I agree. I think Vancouver wins that series.
All right, Mike Jolitz, your wish is my command. We'll carry on with the regularly scheduled broadcast. All right, hang on. Let me get the soundboard, and away we go.
The show is about to start.
We have liftoff. In 3, 2, 1.
Wow, back for more in 24. It's Cave Crew Radio. CaveCrewRadio.com.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being man.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Today's broadcast of the masculine feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clement, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. It's on power, one goal.
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DK. I am live from my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. We are live on Pulse Talk Radio, CaveCrewRadio.com, YouTube, and Facebook, syndicated around the globe and available wherever podcasts can be found. I was able tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I forgot to order one, to manipulate my boom stand for the mic into a comfortable position. So it's relaxing me right off the start. But that's not why you're here, to hear about that stuff. We have a Florida extravaganza tonight. I went into the stories, and normally I look on both sides. I don't contain myself to the far south. But there were so many good things and so many things that trigger Big B that I felt we needed a Florida right down the line. A double Mike Jolitz feature again tonight. I've got Twitter shit still for 2 weeks. This is a record. You want to talk about streaks? Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, I'm not completely confirmed, but the mistress of sex toys herself, Amanda, is supposed to be with us next week, and we can't wait for the next gadget and gizmo that she brings onto the show. She's supposed to only bring one, but she usually starts going in her briefcase like Mr. Dress Up. And anyway, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen,
And now,
He is the king of the sovereign county of Urine Stench.
and Stenchlandia, the Commander-in-Chief of the Water Gypsies
The self-proclaimed president,
of the United States,
a university graduate.
and always the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Highness, Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am King B. And as always, I am the epicenter of something. This week, I am the epicenter of doing things for the final time here in New York.
Oh,
As and also seeing people for the final time, probably that I will never see again.
oh, are you getting emotional?
No, it just realized like I ran out of beer, so I ordered the Drizzly. I always get my order of alcohol, so I ordered beer, and usually I order like a case. This time I only ordered enough to last until we leave. And it hit me once it came. I was like, I told Mrs. B, I said, that's the last time I'm ever going to order beer here in New York. That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
And, of course, now that we're leaving, our friends want to, have a little mini get together at some point. So I had lunch with a coworker, a former coworker that we've remained friends with. And I got together with bouncer from one of the big metal clubs from years ago that we remained friends with. And you realize that you're probably never going to see them again, because it's not like we would hang out every day. So it's like the rare occasion that we got together. Now that I'm moving 2,500 miles away, I know they're not coming to Arizona, and I have no intention on coming back to New York for anything.
So there's no relatives or anything that you guys have to come back once a year.
I mean, she'll have relatives here, but I don't know. Maybe we'll come back. The thought is that they would come out by us.
Oh, okay.
So realistically, I really have no intention of coming back. So it's like, lining up and, I'll probably never see you again, but, right on. It was fun while it lasted, kind of thing. So, I'm just realizing that now as we're counting now, we're 44 days away from
44 days, ladies and gentlemen. And we will count this down as we continue. I'm wondering, Mrs. B, she's got the RV. She's got the dogs and the cat. She's got your dad.
Mm-hmm.
If she gets homesick, I hope you got a lot of rooms in that house. You might have a lot of people living with you in Arizona. You may be the queens of Arizona.
I fucking hope not. Holy Christ. No, but I mean, she has her brother and her sister here, but her brother goes out to Arizona. He knows people out in Arizona. So he goes out there regularly. So he'll be around. And then her sister is already making plans to come out around the holidays to visit. So I don't think there's going to be any homesickness going on. And I think she has to come back for work every so often to go into the office kind of thing.
Yeah.
So she'll be back here anyway. I don't think I ever will be.
So you're not going to accompany her?
No, because when she'd have to come back, the kids would still be in school and all that. So, got to stay home with the children. Well, my oldest one will be in college, but my younger one will be in school.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have any plans on coming back. So it's like just, you hang out with your friends and you have lunch and then that's it. You're like, unless you come out to Arizona, I'm never going to see you again. And you laugh about it.
What I'm excited about, in a way, is we've been through epicenters in New York and how badly you hate the place and how badly you've wanted to get out. But I'm sure there are going to be brand new epicenters in the Southwest in Arizona.
I'm 100% positive there will be brand new epicenters.
You will find hatred in anything.
I've been out there 3 times already this year. I was out there a couple of years ago. So far, I have nothing to hate. Like, everybody is the nicest people out there. It's so far, I don't have anything to hate. Now, when I live there, it might be a different story. But as of right now, no. I'll be the epicenter of good times, of good
Don't
things.
forget, you were the epicenter of not having home delivered mail.
I have to go to the corner and down the block to get my mail. It's the weirdest fucking thing on the planet.
Yeah. It's all coming. It's all coming.
I can't wait. And speaking of which, we're not going to have a drink of the week this week.
Right.
Because Mrs. B is upstairs packing. At the end of the show, I usually have my Donald Trump figure. That's all packed now, so there will be no Donald Trump at the end of the show.
So we got to accept changes. Changes only 44 days. Well, probably 60 by the time we get everything unpacked and settled. And I can't wait. Like you're probably going to have drink of the week out of a cactus with a tail of a scorpion hanging over the side. It's going to be beautiful. And then you're going to give it to your wife to eat, and she's not going to realize it's a scorpion tail, and she's going to sting herself. And you're going to have to leave the show and go to the fucking general hospital and.
I will be the epicenter of scorpion poisoning.
Oh, Lord, I can't wait. And your wife does not like bugs.
No. Her whole, when we decided we were going out to Arizona 2 years ago to live, like after we went there and came back and we talked about it, we decided Arizona was going to be the place. Since then, she's been on scorpion watch.
Yes, and I'd watch for snakes. And Gila monsters.
Oh, and Gila monsters too, and I forget what it's called. Mike, what's it called? They're like little pig things. Javelinas is what they're called.
Oh, I've never heard of those.
They're like, she says they look like cute. They're like little pig looking things, but apparently they're vicious, and you want to stay away from them. So there's a lot of wildlife that you want to stay away from.
We're going to learn a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and this may contribute to the longevity of the show.
That's right.
Because it's gonna. I'm not going anywhere until my wife lets me retire.
So
he's talking about like a razorback, like
the javelinas. That's like a razorback. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just tell you real quick on the topic of wildlife. I inherited a Ring doorbell at the house, right? So I had it transferred over into me and all that stuff. So now that I have the Ring app, I get what's called Ring Neighbors, and it gives me alerts on like everybody that posts like I'm missing a package or there's a lost dog, things like that. Yesterday, and my wife gets them too, so we laugh about some of them. Yesterday there was one that said, "Be on the lookout." There was a bobcat eating baby ducks in my neighborhood. It's like, what the fuck goes on over there where a bobcat is eating baby ducks in the neighborhood?
There you go. So New York might have been a paradise by the time you get down there.
It's a different form of wildlife here in New York. Here, the wildlife are people. There, they are animals.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, really big show. Let's get it started. Lots of adventures coming up this summer and fall and till the end of Back for More in 24. And Big B decides if he's just wants to laze out in the back or he wants to continue for another season. Anyway, of course, oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, I want to do something. Every time I do this, let's go with the barbecue whiskey for this one. Barbecue whiskey.
So what we discussed is because there's no drink of the week and I have to get rid of my alcohol, we're going to do a shot. So this week it's between barbecue whiskey and peanut butter whiskey.
We got to get rid of this stuff. What a great... Baby, you're drinking a little too much. Well, honey, I spent good money on this stuff and I'm not about to waste it. Not about to let all this booze go to waste.
That's right. We have to drink it, and I don't want to dump it out. So
it's too bad you're not around for one more of those block parties because you could have made like shots for everybody. Come to Big B's. And
yeah, right. Now,
while you're at it, take a bag of garbage with you.
Right. Here's crap for you. Take it.
There's 1,000 Legos that no one's going to play with again.
No, the Legos are coming with us. James is very adamant that he wants his Legos.
Okay, well, good. Good for him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a favor of the show, get your pens ready because you want to write down your favorite Twitter or X handles. It's time for, well, I guess I should get the poster first, right? I say, so excited about our new adventures that it's time for Twitter shits.
Now, it's time for another edition of Twitter Shits with Mike Jolitz.
Today's show is being brought to you by the Anal Hair Club for Men.
Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Twitter Shits. Yes, everybody, this is where I take a story and I tell you what Twitter had to say about it. On today's episode, Taylor Swift reportedly apologized to Travis Kelce. Don't know why, didn't read up on it, but here's what Twitter had to say. Chili Willy tweeted, "Must be a first. It's news. It's on NFL memes."
And then?
Link the Stink tweeted, "Oh my god, an adult got drunk at a concert. What's the world coming to? We're all gonna die."
And then?
I don't believe it tweeted, "A woman apologizes? This has got to be fake news. It's an Onion story."
And then?
The Lizard King tweeted, "Checking the radar for someone who cares."
And then?
LT tweeted, "Zero fucks to give."
And then?
Here's the Truth tweeted, "She used the BBC strap-on and it hurt him. Saved you a click."
And then?
Lick My Taint tweeted, "Oh, thank God, I was worried. I almost didn't know what to do with my life."
And then?
Smell My Finger tweeted a picture of a dumpster fire.
And then?
Drunk as Fuck tweeted, "When you realize Taylor Swift is actually Napoleon Dynamite in drag."
And then?
Adam and Steve tweeted, "What? She had a quarter of a White Claw and got hammered?"
And then?
And finally, in the Twitter shits, Dick Beck tweeted, "Oh, thank God. I thought I would make it a whole week without hearing about Swift, but you came in and ruined the day. I mean, saved the day."
No, and then?
Alrighty, guys, that does it for the Twitter shits this week. I'll be back with some more very, very soon. Later, everybody. Bye-bye.
Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Jolitz Twitter Shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right.
I do have my list like every week, ladies and gentlemen, and we encourage you to play at home because at the end of the year, there will be the Twitter handle of the year. If I made some noise off camera, I apologize. My kid is going out with his girlfriend and worried about the dogs being lonely, and they're back down here again, and my wife is not home, and they're going to start fucking fighting and barking again. Here, see, they're going already. I'm going to lose my shit. I'm telling you right now. Here's my 5 favorite Twitter handles of the week. And please share your own. And Big B will give us some feedback as well. Number 5. Just, again, I don't know why these things catch me, boys and girls. Number 5. Adam and Steve.
Very random.
Yeah, I just it caught me. Number 4. Hoping Big B gets this way by the end of the show. Drunk as fuck. Number 3. Blink the Stink. Again, I always struggle a little bit. Number 2, the Lizard King.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 1 Twitter handle is
I don't know what our fascination with poo has been over the past couple of weeks. We go from freaking glory holes to freaking poop. But my number one is smell my finger. Smell my finger was my favorite this week. Did you have any other ones, or?
I had, and you had it wrong. It's not blink the stink. It's link the stink.
Oh, link. Okay, link. That might have changed its order.
I had that. I also had lick my taint.
Yeah.
And I also had one more, dig bick.
I thought it was big dick.
Well, that's the whole point. The B and the D were switched.
Oh.
Dig bick.
All right. See, I got to listen more often. But we need a follow-up Twitter shits on how that fella did with his first time eating ass. We've gone down the rabbit hole, Clarice.
Oh, good God.
All right. We still have Mike reads the news coming up probably somewhere in the middle of this. But ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we are going to move into a extravaganza of talking FLA. Can't wait. A lot of things I thought Big B would enjoy. Here we go.
Cave Crew Radio presents Florida in the news.
Yes, talking FLA. And, you know, Arizona is the place of retirement, a place you want to go and stay forever. Florida is the other option. Well, here's a gentleman, a very old gentleman, who decided that he wanted to have a sexual encounter without a loofah. Story number one tonight.
That's right. This first story of the night comes from CBS12.com. Headline reads, 85-year-old victim alleges prostitute carjacked him after sex.
At least he got lucky.
Right? Yeah, at least he got his.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Debit cards and other personal items from multiple burglary and theft victims were found in the purse of a woman accused in a recent alleged carjacking, which the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office reported. According to the Sheriff's Office, deputies were alerted to the carjacking, which happened behind a Publix grocery in Lake Park around 12:30 p.m. on Saturday, April 13th. Within minutes, a deputy reported spotting the stolen vehicle and pulled it over less than 2 miles from the original crime scene. The purse belonged to the driver, Nakaya Aklin, who was the only person in the vehicle at the time and the one suspected of stealing the vehicle, according to the probable cause affidavit against her. In addition to the debit cards, the deputies found another person's driver's license and 5 smartphones.
Holy shit.
In the affidavit, deputies linked all 3 names on the debit cards that were found to the victims of crimes that have occurred over the past month.
So she's a serial slut.
She is a prostitute and serial robber.
Okay.
One victim reported her vehicle was stolen on April 1st. The same day, a second victim told police her purse was stolen. The latter crime happened at the same spot as the carjacking that led to Ackland's arrest. The 85-year-old victim in the April 13th carjacking told investigators prior to the incident he had solicited her for sex. and they had just finished.
Good for him getting it up. 85 years old.
Now it doesn't say, but do you think he had to take a blue pill?
Well, hey, God, who cares? However you get to the finish line. Have you ever watched Chariots of Fire?
Yes.
Like, if it takes the blue pill when you're 85 years old, and who cares about the car? You probably got another year or two left. That's it. You just banged. I'm assuming she's half-ass attractive. I don't know.
At 85, does it matter?
I don't think it does.
Right. Yeah, you're just lucky to get some.
See, this is why, you're like Arizona, and I'm like leaning to Florida because I'm thinking there's a lot of the villages and there's a lot of sexual shit. And I don't know if the salt water does it or what, but
you're very turned on by all these sexual things that go on in retirement.
They talk about a midlife crisis. I'll get like an MG convertible. I'll have several. I'll order several different loofahs from Amazon, depending on my mood that day.
Right.
I'll send my wife to like yoga, and I'll cruise down the streets of wherever I am, or my golf cart. Golf cart will do.
Golf cart. I mean, that's a big turn on in the villages. You got a golf cart with a loofah hanging off of it. You're good to go. That means you're DTF.
Yeah.
Down to fuck.
I'm always down. Always down.
In the affidavit, deputy notes that the victim was initially reluctant to press charges against Ackland, indicating he was ashamed and wanted to talk to his daughter. He didn't want his daughter finding out that he got a prostitute at 85 years old.
She'd probably say, great job.
At that point, it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm proud.
Good for you, Dad. You're either going to die from, Alzheimer's or syphilis. At this point, it doesn't matter.
Right. Just do you.
Yeah.
Be all the you that you can be. Get prostitutes and fuck to your heart's content. The deputy asked the lead deputy in the case to arrest the victim for driving without a license, ending a sworn recorded statement from Woodbury. The affidavit continues. Afterwards, the victim reportedly opted to give a statement even without talking to his daughter. So not only did he get carjacked, he got arrested. How fucked up is that?
This was a double.
Oh my God. You'll be upset to hear that there is no bond.
I have my finger on the trigger.
No, Ackland was booked into the Palm Beach County Jail on counts of carjacking, unlawful possession of a stolen debit card, and unauthorized possession of a driver's license. And that's where the story ends. There is no bond in this story.
So, right, once we decided we were going to do it is when we don't seem to get it anymore.
I know.
Now, mental illness, ladies and gentlemen, is a very serious issue, not only in the U.S. and Canada, but probably around the world. And we don't mean to make light of it. We try to tread lightly on certain subjects, but here's a gentleman that from Costco and very multiple stores claims they gave him an illness.
The next story comes from local10.com. Headline reads, Florida man sues Publix, CVS, Costco, claims Adderall caused psychosis.
What is Adderall?
That's like I think it's, I want to say like an ADD kind of thing.
Oh, okay. So it's a prescription med.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. A Florida man is suing several companies on accusations that his prescription Adderall sent him into psychosis.
It probably would. This is probably valid.
WKMG in Orlando reported that the records show that the man, Robert Buckley, had his Adderall
Very
prescriptions.
gross cough medicine, by the way.
Oh, Buckley's, yes.
Yeah.
Buckley's is terrible. Robert Buckley had his Adderall prescriptions filled by pharmacists at the following locations. Put this on the Florida map.
Yes.
CVS in Orlando at 4974 North Alfaya Trail. Costco in Winter Park at 3333 University Boulevard. Publix in Orlando at 400 East Central Boulevard. Publix in Oviedo at 4250 Alfaya Trail. Publix in Castleberry at 1455 Florida 436.
Now, normally, I'm just a question. You get your prescription filled at the same place, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
However, what is coming in here? Oh, Mrs. B has just wandered into the room for something.
Oh, might be a surprise here, folks.
Oh, good God. However, the lawsuit claims that Buckley was over-medicated, which sent him into psychosis. Buckley suffered from an overdose causing psychosis. Was falsely imprisoned, suffers seizures, and now suffers permanent injuries.
Oh.
In addition, the lawsuit argues that Buckley suffered injuries and mental anguish, and he will be obligated to pay large sums of money for doctor bills, hospital bills, and other directly and indirectly related expenses in an effort to alleviate his suffering and the cure of his injuries. As a result, Buckley is now suing Publix, CVS, Costco, and the Associated Pharmacists. The lawsuit accuses them of negligence in providing Buckley's Adderall, claiming they were responsible for his over-medication. Due to this, the lawsuit is seeking over $50,000 in damages.
Now, wouldn't it be the responsibility of the doctor that prescribed this?
It would be the responsibility of the doctor who prescribed it and the person who it was prescribed to not over-medicate themselves.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay. So this is not valid.
Well, no, but in his psychosis,
yes,
he will. I'm sure the lawsuits will go nowhere.
Good. Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. On to the next one. I like this one. I like them all. Don't get me wrong. Here's a story about a man named Pee-Pee.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
That's okay. You're listening to Cave Crew Radio, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Florida extravaganza with the Mike Jolitz doubleheader. We'll do this and maybe one more, and we'll break for the news.
Okay, next, I got it. This next story comes from Fox 35 Orlando. Okay. Headline reads, Florida man who goes by Pee-wee.
Oh, I thought it said Pee-Pee.
No, Pee-wee, like Pee-wee's Playhouse, Pee-wee Herman.
That takes away all the fun.
Accused of exposing self to shoppers at Target, Walmart, and Burlington stores.
Now, see the theme Big B is going with, ladies and gentlemen. The last two stories don't just happen at a 7-Eleven, at a gas station, at a Walmart, like most of the stories do. These are multiple locations. We have serial things going on, same as the first story with the wallet and the ID cards and all that crap. This is a serial.
This is serial criminality.
Yes, serial criminality.
A Florida man has been arrested after he allegedly exposed himself to multiple shoppers while at Target, Walmart, and Burlington stores. Charlotte County deputies said Xavier Pee-wee Hearns.
Pee-wee Hearns, I love it.
Exposed himself at least 2 times in 1 week. On April 19th, deputies met with a woman who claimed a man, later identified as Hearns, had been staring at her and touching himself inside a neighborhood Walmart store in Port Charlotte the day before. Investigators reviewed the store's security footage and were able to identify the man as Hearns. Authorities said Hearns had also been arrested on April 2nd for an incident that occurred in March for exposing himself inside a Target store in Port Charlotte. Days later, on April 25th, deputies responded to a Burlington store after a woman said Hearns was acting suspicious and making her uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're masturbating in public. Of course you're acting suspicious, for fuck's sakes.
While exposing himself to her in plain sight. Hearns was found and arrested the next day on charges of exposure of sexual organs. He is being held at the Charlotte County Jail without bond.
Oh, for God's sakes.
And that's the end of that story.
Would it not be, since we're on the top, exposing yourself with sexual organs? Is he a Siamese twin? Your sexual organ.
Well, they always pluralize it. Sexual organs. I guess because, your penis and your balls, they're all making that.
Oh, it's like a symphony of sex.
A symphony of. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything. So while we're at this, we're going to do one more story, then we're going to go to Mike. But let's go there. Let's go back to the barbecue whiskey.
Oh, you like yourself some barbecue whiskey.
Well, I'm trying to, leave you on the. I can't wait. Like every week, ladies and gentlemen, and then he's going to get down to like vermouth and gin.
I have gin over there.
He's going to be puking in a bucket by the time.
I do have some Japanese whiskey.
Oh, sake whiskey.
No, not sake. Suntory whiskey.
But it's got to be some kind of sake.
No, it's Japanese whiskey. It's not sake.
Daniel-san. All right. Next story. Then we'll break over to Mike reads the news.
This comes from Yahoo.
Well, I'm not ready yet.
Oh,
my thing.
Oh, sorry.
This one comes out, ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of the remake of Back to the Future, which is apparently coming out this year. No report of Huey Lewis is involved. Now over to you.
You do realize you have to get something ready.
Yeah, I've had my finger on the buttons the whole show.
Well, not the Bond, but
I know which one I gotta do.
I will tell you when, not at the headline though.
All right.
This next story comes from Yahoo Entertainment. Headline reads, did a TikToker catch a time traveler on their Ring camera footage?
I wonder.
The topic of time travel isn't new, but after
Oh, wait. Sorry, I hit the wrong one.
The topic of time travel isn't new, but after Alex Shaw shared some Ring camera footage on...
It's happened where? On TikTok.
Oh, we haven't had that one for a while, ladies and
For a
gentlemen.
long time. He shared his camera footage on TikTok. It's opening a new portal of possibilities for many. Shaw's viral video has people questioning if time travel is an actual possibility or if he's just messing with everyone somehow. So let's start from the beginning. Shaw has posted a series of videos on the topic of a confused stranger in his yard that appears to time travel as the Ring camera captures all the fun. Quote, this dude's coming onto my property to what looks like rob my house, but it actually turns out he's a time traveler. I literally can't even make this up if I wanted to make it up. It blows my mind. In the footage, the man appears just to be wandering around the backyard of Shaw's Airbnb. He looks lost or confused as he circles the yard before entering the shed. Shaw explained that he was talking to him through the camera, asking why he was in the shed, but he never responded. He just remains in the shed. Quote, I literally was watching it the whole time, so I end up calling the police. You can see they literally go inside the shed, but the man was not in the shed.
Oh, hang on a minute. We got to have a sound effect for that, too.
Shaw said he watched the camera the entire time and never saw the man leave the shed, and police didn't see anyone in there. I don't know if there's a tunnel in my shed in the backyard. I don't know if he teleported, he said. I don't know where this guy went or why he went in that shed. He concluded his video by asking his viewers to let him know what they think, and boy, did they. Comments quickly began pouring in about what must have happened. Quote, obviously a glitch in your camera didn't motion when he left. Ring cameras are awful at catching movement. You just missed it. That's all. Another viewer shared, your shed is an exit on the Matrix. Was there a cell phone left in the shed? Fucking ads. Hold on.
So, like, back in the day, we had mood rings. I've never heard of a ring camera. Is he like the Green Lantern of TikTok?
No, the Ring doorbell. It has a camera on it.
Oh, I thought it was like on his ring.
No, Ring camera. That's like the Ring doorbell. So they also have security cameras and lights and all that stuff. They have a whole bunch of things. In a follow-up video, Shaw shares more footage of the man wandering around the backyard and entering the shed. You can see him wandering around. He throws up his arms. What is he looking for? After acting super mysterious, the man with a backpack enters the shed and closes the door behind him. Shaw then explained that the property the man is on is his Airbnb in Florida, and he lives 5 hours away. He said he will be visiting the Airbnb in about a week and will share a video tour of the shed for the people who have been asking for one. Of course, TikTokers have theories. Some theories are wild and others just shut down the possibility of time traveling. Dude is not a time traveler. He's a shapeshifter.
Oh, a shapeshifter.
And he never left the shed. He simply turned into a shovel.
Oh, he simply turned into a shovel. I love
Hold it. While I write things down.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to try and find this TikTok video and share it with you on Cave Crew Radio Facebook group, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, while Big B's writing, is the place where you can go to experience and interact with over 1,500 members in the Cave Crew Radio Facebook group.
Ooh.
There, I got a little plug-in.
I like that. In the third video, Shaw explains that people keep telling him that the confused time traveler looks like him. I don't see the resemblance, he said. And then new theories started to fill the comment section. What if you're the time traveler, but you don't know yet? What if it has an underground bunker you don't know about? Another person is running with the time traveling thought. He looks like he could be from the late 80s, honestly, and he looks about 40. That would put him at 70-ish current time. That could totally be a time traveler. Anything's possible. Just a few days after sharing the first time traveler video, Shaw shared another with an update. This is going to blow a lot of people's minds, he said, and if you're still denying that this is real at this point, this is going to change your mind. After giving a little recap for anyone who missed the first few videos, he shared that he got a notification on his camera that someone was once again in his backyard. Then he shows footage of a guy leaving his shed. Here's the craziest part. The guy looks like the same guy, maybe glasses, whatever. He noticeably aged. Looks like the same guy, but aged. Shaw said he doesn't want to.
It's StarCraft, ladies and gentlemen.
Shaw said he doesn't know what to think at this point, but things are definitely not adding up. His video got a ton of attention with more than, guess how many views?
Oh, we need a new stinger. I'm going to say 200,000 views.
You are wildly off base.
Oh. Well.
Sorry, I clicked on something. 8.9 million views.
That's all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen. Big B and I have it all wrong. We try to cover this stuff. We try to tell you about it. We put it out there on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, cavecrewradio.com. Just go in your yard one day and think of something really batshit crazy. Like, you know, a pterodactyl just landed at your bird feeder, or I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
AI does wonderful things.
It's the world we live in now. AI will soon be taking over.
Do you think AI is the new National Enquirer?
It very well could be, because people just make shit up. Like I see on Facebook all the time, and you could tell they're AI photos because they're so polished and, you know, it doesn't look real. Of, you know, photos of celebrities and like doing odd things, and you know it's not real, but that's what AI does.
I know people don't want to like go back to the pucks and pints thing, but there was a video out there. I wish I could find it, where the AI Sheldon Keith rage quitting and like, you know, fucking cord. Like,
Can I tell you, that is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
He said fucking Marner's crying on the bench.
Yeah.
Fucking Matthews is the highest scoring player in the NHL, doesn't feel like playing. What else did he say? I think something about Nylander. I don't remember, but it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it was good. That's AI for you.
It was really good. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is that the end of the time travel?
Yeah, it just had a few more comments, but that was the end of the time travel. Now, personally, I think it's completely fake, and I think everyone
of course
would agree. It is 100% staged and completely fake.
But but I mean, this is what people do to become influencers.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. You're feeding the disease, people.
You're feeding the disease, people.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to take a short break. Well, not a break. We're going to have entertainment. We have 5. We should probably do one more, eh? Or do you want a break now?
No, take a break.
All right. So, yeah, because there's a lot of throwing shit.
Yeah, now we get into the throwing portion of the show.
Yeah. So now it becomes a throwing extravaganza show. So you're not going to want to miss it. So it's not really a break. It's kind of a break for us. It's Mike Jolitz reads the news, and it's a very short snippet of what's going on around the world and more things you need to know about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after this.
And now, Cave Crew Radio presents Mike Reads the News with Mike Jolitz.
Hello, Cave Crew Radio. Hello to you, DK, and hello, Sir Big B. Hello, listeners around the world as well. Alrighty, guys, it is now time for Mike Reads the News. The San Jose Sharks have the number 1 pick in the NHL draft. It's the first time they've ever actually had it. They also have the 14th pick. The former Arizona Coyotes have the 6th pick. Scott Morris celebrated his birthday on Wednesday. He's 158 now. I wonder how old Cher is. The NBA shut down the G League Ignite team. I barely know what that is. I heard of it. They replaced them with the Preparation H team. I bet their promotion nights are going to be shitty, though. Joe Biden was in Wisconsin last week. He didn't know where he was, but he said some stuff, and he filled his pants after he wrapped up his speech. 2 Secret Service agents puked as they led poopy pants off the stage. Lizzo was at the Met Gala. I think she was trying to look like a brown mermaid queen or something like that. Not real sure. Someone said she looks like a uterus that fell out. Alyssa at work quit last Friday. I was so happy. Oh, I danced a jig. This year is really turning out to be great. We had a going away party on Monday. She wasn't there. Alrighty, guys, that does it for the news, and it's now time for just a little bit of tidbits. They're not headlines, they're just little tiny pieces of shit. Oh, yeah. The Vegas Golden Knights were eliminated from the NHL playoffs. Oh, no. And the Toronto Maple Leafs were booted, too. Sorry, DK. Oh, no. The Phoenix Suns fired coach what's-his-name again. Oh, yeah. And finally, in the tidbits, I have never queefed. Oh, yeah. That does it for the news. It does it for the tidbits. I will be back next week with some more fun. Later. Bye-bye.
I have never queefed. I don't think I have either. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike reads the news every week here on Cave Crew Radio. Here we go. Fast and Furious, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a backstory for you. If you're new, Big B has gotten a fascination with a certain action that people take. And we're thinking of making it a new nomination for the end of the year awards because it happens more than you think it would. We call this the We call this the Talking FLA throwing portion of the show. But before we do, let's do peanut butter whiskey.
Good old standby peanut butter.
Good old standby. Doesn't seem to do anything to you. You're immune to it. All right. Give him a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll start to lead into the story. So, yeah, like I said, Big B likes when people throw things, and I'm starting to enjoy it too. But anyway, here's a lovely young lady down in Florida. These people have tans, by the way. Does anyone else notice that? Like down south, I come back, I'm like brown like a spick.
Because they generally spend a lot of time in jail.
Very good point. So let me lead into this because I don't want to do this every time we do the story. So here's kind of the moral of the next 4 stories, I think.
Wait, hang on. I think they're going to throw something.
Oh, they are. And this lady, she ain't hunting for sugar cane. She throws a machete.
That's right. The next story comes from WFLA.com. News Channel 8 on your side. Headline reads, Florida woman accused of chucking machete at neighbor who complained she was being too loud.
Yeah. Don't get a butter knife or a Nerf gun. just go for the big stuff.
Nothing says leave me alone like a machete.
Yeah. And I was complaining about the freaking Indians shooting fireworks at my house. Fucking machete incoming.
It could always be worse.
I feel like a woman all of a sudden.
A Florida woman was arrested after she chucked a machete at one of her neighbors' faces after they asked her to keep the noise down. According to the NBC affiliate WBBH, neighbor Jamie Dos Santos was trying to sleep on Monday night when he heard his neighbors partying outside of their home in South Fort Myers. Dos Santos said he went out and asked his neighbor, identified as 44-year-old Ruby Mancha, to lower the volume since it was midnight. Quote,
yeah,
Ruby,
on a Monday. That's respectable.
Quote, Ruby or the girl over here decided that she didn't like that and said, put earplugs in and go back in my house. There were a couple of beer bottles thrown at me, a couple of open can beers that were splashed on me and my trailer. That last 2 words, my trailer,
But did you just call her or refer to her as the girl over there?
It said Ruby or the girl over here.
Over here. Okay.
But the last two words, my trailer.
Yes.
Trailer park.
Of course.
Fun things always happen in trailer parks. After approaching Mancha, Dos Santos said she grabbed a machete and swung it towards his face. He said it would have struck him if he had not ducked out of the way. Instead, it hit his trailer, causing damage.
Oh.
I don't know where it came from, he added. She was standing here arguing with me. She grabbed it from somewhere and just flung it. You know what I think it was? I think it was from the banana tree.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Excuse me.
I was just going to do the same
show
thing.
No. Carry on.
I'm writing.
We're probably both writing the same thing.
Mancha called 911 herself, but after officials reviewed security camera footage, they arrested her on a charge of assault with a deadly weapon.
So even in trailer parks, ladies and gentlemen, they have ring cams.
I'm sure they do. I don't think her
ring cam. I got to get one.
I don't think her intent was to kill me, but she could have took my eye or gashed my head. Deputy said Mancha went hysterical during the arrest and had to put shackles on her legs as they transported her to a nearby jail. I don't want her around no more. She's dangerous and she can't control her temper when she's drinking. So I'm good with Ruby. She can stay up the street.
Stay up the street.
That's the end of the story.
No fucking bail again.
Nope.
The girl over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a normal day in Florida, but you can only afford a trailer. Mind you, some of those trailers are really nice. I was looking at them. They're like fabricated homes. They have like living rooms, washer and dryer. They got everything. Well, here's a story about one of my favorite foods, ladies and gentlemen, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Actually, I had it the other night, and I love it. It's not good for me, but every once in a blue moon, you got to have yourself some Kentucky Fried Chicken. The grease, cleanses you.
You love yourself some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And
I could picture you doing this and being angry if the line takes too long for you to get them chicken skins.
I just use DoorDash or Uber or whatever it is. But anyway, here's a story about a homeless man in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
The next story comes from 95.3 WDAE. Headline reads, Florida man arrested for slapping elderly woman in line at Miami KFC.
I just imagine, like, you ever seen, I think I've shared them with you, like those videos, they have that new sport where people just slap each other.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Just you see him winding up the poor old lady's, like, probably trying to find her debit card.
Right. A homeless man was arrested for assaulting an elderly woman while in line at a South Florida KFC. The attack occurred at a Miami-Dade KFC on Tuesday when 38-year-old Roberto Cabrera Bosch allegedly slapped an elderly woman waiting in line, causing her to fall.
Well, I guess.
Surveillance footage captured the assault at the Kendale Lakes Plaza KFC.
Oh.
Miami-Dade Fire Rescue treated the woman at the scene. However, her exact age remains unreported. Police apprehended Cabrera Bosch and charged him with felony battery on a person over 65.
Well, so they knew she was a senior.
Right. This isn't Cabrera Bosch's first brush with the law. Court records show a previous aggravated battery charge from September that was dropped by prosecutors. Now get ready.
And now, It's time to guess the bail.
A judge set Cabrera Bosch's bond at?
He's a repeat offender.
Mm-hmm.
$2,500.
Double that and you got it right.
I can't. I thought I had a good handle on this, but I don't.
Judge set Cabrera Bosch's bond at $5,000 during his Thursday court appearance.
Repeat offender, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're playing at home, throw it in chat. Let us know on Facebook, Cave Crew Radio at gmail.com. We want to know if you nailed it. Man, it must be the Northern Lights. Everyone seems to be really violent this week. This may be one of my favorites.
I was torn between this and the final one to be the final one.
Yeah.
But just the description of the final one made me choose that.
They're both good. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is coming out this week, ladies and gentlemen. Major movie. And another thing, we're talking about KFC. Here's another one that involves a good old Southern staple, fried chicken.
This next story comes from Y94.com. Headline reads, Florida man arrested for hitting sister with fried chicken. You won't believe the clucking chaos that went down in Florida, or maybe you will because it's Florida. Kanye Medley, not to be confused with Kanye West.
No.
A 20-year-old landed himself in handcuffs after a poultry-fueled showdown with his own sister. Hold while I write things down.
Yes, I feel hiccups coming. I need to drink beer.
According to the police, things got heated during a family feud at Medley's home. Amid the squabble, Kanye decided to turn up the heat by grabbing a bag of Church's chicken and unleashing a storm of crispy pieces at his sister.
So now, wait a minute. Not one piece.
Pieces.
That's what I mean.
Multiple.
This is the first time we've had like a machine gun of throwing.
Witnesses say one particularly bold piece found its mark, leaving a trail of chicken crumbs down his sister's back.
Is this as good as the sauce?
I like the sauce better.
Oh, this is all-time favorite. I still like the hot dog.
No, the sauce, the chicken wing sauce will be my favorite forever, I think.
What about the hot dog that bounced off and they picked it up?
Oh, the hot dog that got thrown back and forth by clerk and customer like 12 times was great.
Yeah. I don't know if that's this year. I don't know.
When the cops show up, Medley didn't deny it. He fessed up to tossing not one, but 2 pieces of chicken at his sister.
Oh, it's a record. It's a streak. Another theme on the show. It's a streak.
2 chicken pieces because he was hangry and didn't want what she was offering to make. But this isn't Kanye's first rodeo with the law. Earlier this year, he allegedly got into a scuffle with his sister involving biting, strangling, and even some household objects being thrown.
There is a stable family.
As Kanye sits cooling his wings in jail, one can't help but wonder, will he ever learn his lesson, or is this just the tip of the chicken wing?
Oh.
But
yes. You got to get that sound effect. No bail.
No bail.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
There is Church's chicken.
Yes.
The sister is cooking.
Yes.
He doesn't like what she's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I rewind. There's Church's chicken.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What more can I say other than this has happened before with this family, and it's Florida.
And it involved biting, strangling, and what the Lord knows what
And
else.
throwing household objects.
Yeah. At least it wasn't a machete.
That's true.
All right, boys and girls. Oh no, we have 2 left.
So let's do this. Then Mike reads the news, and then we'll finish off with the
We
final.
already did Mike reads the news.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Shit.
I think it's time, ladies and gentlemen, just to make the night fun.
Oh, God.
Let's go back to the barbecue whiskey.
You love yourself some barbecue. I was hoping
I'm
for
just
peanut butter.
trying to make this a fun night. I want you to remember Queens fondly. Oh, my Lord. I thought it was the last story. I'm looking. We got a lot of time to kill, but we got 2 more. Now, again, we're talking about what Big B's favorite was, and he's like so excited about the chicken wing and the sauce going down the person's shirt. And I have a confession to make. Like, so whenever we're having like spaghetti or tacos or anything that's going to be messy, I need to remove my shirt. I'm usually wearing white. I have so many damaged shirts from like red sauce stains. You wouldn't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little side note for you. Anyway, come on. This one's got a challenge pretty good. This is a young lady, or I don't know how young she is. She's bowling. What a place to lose your temper and throw something.
And what a place to throw things. This next story comes from TMZ.com. Headline reads, Miami Madness. Woman throws bowling ball at lady's head. Massive brawl pops off.
Well, I guess.
A massive brawl at a bowling alley in Miami erupted this week, which ended in a brutal attack on a woman who took a heavy ball to the head. Something that was caught on video.
Do you know what pound it was? You know, you've been bowling, have you not?
Of course I have.
Yeah, so like you know the real light ones, 11, 10, 12 pounds. Like
I mean, you know, you may be talking about a 6-8 pound ball, you know, like the little kid balls, maybe.
I don't know if there's any teams looking for quarterbacks, but she's got, I'm going to bring this back up. She has really good poise.
Yeah, I mean, she could be the next New York Jets quarterback. She's
she's got strong thighs. But look at the posture. Like that. The only way I hold a bowling ball like that is if I have my fingers in it. I could balance a, this is worse than a machete.
This is like she's done this before.
Holy shit. Like, I don't know. Well, maybe you'll tell us why the other lady pissed her off.
This footage is making the round, capturing an insane fight between multiple people who got into the gutter somewhere in the Brickell neighborhood, and where bowling balls started being used as straight up weapons, with at least one person getting clocked.
So it wasn't just her. This was like a food fight using bowling balls.
It was an utter brawl.
Oh my gosh.
Unclear what exactly precipitated all of this, but in any case, several different parties were going at each other, and eventually one woman started throwing balls around. At one point, a bowling ball she hurls connects with another woman, hitting her directly in the head, which sends the victim straight to the ground.
She was concussed, guaranteed.
She had to be concussed. You can hear the shock this caused in the room, and the woman who chucked it quickly gets whisked away by a man who tries to get out of there. Unfortunately, the fighting in the main scene continues, and it looks like even more things were thrown, including other balls. Reports say when cops arrived, the perpetrator and victim were long gone, and it doesn't sound like any arrests were made.
Wouldn't you love to be like, like in those bowling alleys we used to bring Jake and, some of his friends, and they serve beer and pizza and just sitting there having your beer and some chicken wings and dodging out balls. And, oh, this is cool.
Well, I will tell you this. Years ago in the band days, we used to go hang out at this one bar, and it was kind of like a biker bar-ish. And we were playing darts, and a dyke fight broke out.
Oh, geez, you've never told this story.
So a dyke fight broke out in the bar. I mean, the whole bar was fighting, and we were still playing darts. We were literally shoving people out of the way so we could continue our dart game while two dykes and other people were brawling in the bar. So it does happen, and that's not the first.
Well, no, I've
that's
seen
not the only bar fight I've been in, but it was the most fun because we weren't part of it. We were just sitting back trying to play darts while people were brawling and smashing bottles around us.
It's awesome. Now, I have a theory on this. So, anyway, you said you've gone bowling. I'm not a bowling superstar by anything, anyways. But do you know you're supposed to wait for the person beside you? Like, two people do not simultaneously throw the ball. So you get up there, there's a person beside you. Someone has the courtesy to say, okay, you go. They throw their ball, and then you go next. I'm wondering if there was a violation of bowling courtesy.
That's got to be a Canada thing because that doesn't happen here in New York.
Oh, you guys just all throw?
Right. If somebody's bowling and somebody's in the lane next to us, yeah, you just go.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know where I learned this. I'm not an avid bowler. I've been several times, and now that we've done this story, maybe I'll go again. But yeah, so you're both up there, and it's common courtesy, like Queensberry rules, and you let the one person throw, and then you throw after. It probably helps your concentration.
But it's a bowling alley. I mean, there's loud shit going on and, other things going on. How much concentration do you need to throw a ball down a lane?
I don't do well anyway, so I'm left-handed, and I'm probably the king of gutter balls. All right, this is the last one, ladies and gentlemen. On to the theme as we've been continuing on here on Talking FLA.
Wait, hang on. I think they're going to throw something.
There's been lots of it. We're like overdosing on throw something. Here's a guy that's eating while he's driving and still manages to do this. It's fantastic.
This final story of the night comes from WFXL.com, Fox 31. Headline reads, Florida man throws pasta at driver during road rage incident.
Like what, like we're talking about bowling balls. We're talking about machetes. We're talking about like church's chicken in multiple forms. Everything is a close call. Well, I guess one of the bowling balls clocked the one woman.
Right.
But like you're traveling down a highway. You're willing to toss your spaghetti and you hit the target.
That's good aim.
Come on. That chicken wing wasn't that good.
A Florida man is charged with throwing pasta with sauce at another driver during a road rage incident.
Sure hope it had sauce. That'd be a pretty bad pasta.
The incident happened last Thursday night in Pinellas County. Nolan Goins, who's 46 years old, is charged with battery. According to the arrest report, the road rage incident started over glaring headlights. The report states Goins threw the pasta with sauce from the passenger seat of his vehicle, striking the driver through his open window.
Oh, come on.
The pasta hit the victim in his arms, legs, and torso, but he was not injured.
He was not injured.
It was fucking spaghetti. Of course he's not injured.
All right. That's what I was looking for.
However, Goins was found with food stains on his sleeve.
I told you when you eat pasta and shit, you basically got to get naked.
That is the end of the story. That is literally the end of the story. I read every single line that's in the story. But because they say the pasta hit his arms, legs, and torso, but was not injured, is the reason why this is the final story of the night.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you wouldn't get hurt. But you know what? A little, well, maybe the pasta was al dente. Who knows?
A little bit tough, a little bit kind of not as soft, a little al dente.
But I love how they said pasta was sauce. How
Pasta
else
with
do you eat
sauce.
pasta? Of course it has sauce.
I've had buttered pasta before.
Oh, see, that's like what kids eat.
Well, I mean, it was when I was younger, of course, but I've had buttered pasta before.
You know, that's how
some people like that.
We're having spaghetti. Yeah, I want mine with margarine or butter. But you fucking making me gag. Anyway, folks, we're getting close to the end. Let's do, just to make Big B happy, peanut butter whiskey.
Oh.
Trying to even it out. We have ordered him, ladies and gentlemen, to have 5 shots, I believe, tonight. And he is doing well.
5 shots plus I had one on my own.
There, see?
And I almost done with my beer. I'm trying to, there's like this much left.
I'm on beer too. I still don't know what's for dinner. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Like through the, I don't know how long we've been doing this, like a year with the first chicken wing and then the hot dog, and they just kind of pop up spontaneously.
Yes.
I was absolutely shocked when I was going through the stories this week. I'm like, holy shit, they're throwing a lot of stuff around Florida right now. Bowling balls, machetes, Church's chicken, just a plain slap, and a perfect pasta into the driver's seat.
That's right. Nothing better than pasta with sauce thrown at somebody.
Now, you like your show you watch there, like Cops. They should have some of this shit.
I will tell you, like
car number 9, we got a report of a bowling ball orgy. There's a bowling ball orgy going on.
So it's on right now. It's on Patrol Live, which is Live PD, rebranded. They have at least 2 police departments that they follow in Florida, one in Daytona, one in Lee County, I think, and there might be another, I don't remember. But there's at least 2 the police departments that they follow in Florida. But no, I have not seen anything like this in any of the Live PD stuff that goes on.
Right. It happens in the shadows.
Ooh, maybe.
Happens in the shadows. Well, all right. Anyway, we're a bit ahead of schedule. So fun show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Double feature of Mike Jolitz and a Talking FLA extravaganza. And not only that, a throwing something extravaganza.
I love me some throwing stories.
Yes. Now, there's something else we love dearly. We love Twitter shits, but we also love Amanda's Toy of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
And that is making its return, rumor says, next week.
Now, keep in mind, so as as this, she's only been on, I think, what, 3 times?
Yeah, twice. Well, she's been on a lot, but not
No,
doing
for this though, for
Yeah.
the she's been on plenty, but for this, I think it's two times. As she has put it, her boss is so excited that she comes
Yes.
on the show that he is now directing which items to promote on this show.
Right. So under her bed, see, she's benefiting from this.
Oh, of course
You
she
know,
is.
you and me, we haven't even got that squawk box or whatever the hell it is yet. Like we should at least get the portable, the portable glory hole. But now Amanda, who shoves these things under her bed,
Right.
as quoted by Amanda, she's getting all this shit. But like, obviously, this guy is looking for clearance. Like, what's coming up next week? Like the one-legged Aborigines sex doll.
You know what? I'm putting this out there now. I know I've drank a lot, but I'm putting this out there right now. We have Amanda come on, and she's a friend of the show even before she was doing this. We love Amanda. She's wonderful. She's great. But we have Amanda come on and promote your items on this show. We want some free items.
Yes. I want that. What is it called? The squawk box, or if Amanda,
the slam box.
The slam box.
I want
a slam box. I can take it with me when I'm on the road, going to training or whatever. Reach in, take that Hellraiser box, and all I got to do is rinse it under the sink when I'm done. Dishwasher safe.
Yes, it has to be dishwasher safe. I want the Darth Invader.
I ain't sticking anything in there. Do not fucking
I'm not for me, for my wife.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not sticking anything in me, but I want the Darth Invader.
Okay.
So we're promoting these things. We're all having fun with it. It's a great segment. We love having Amanda on. But we want one slam box sent to Canada.
Yeah.
And one, or sent to Windsor because they're in Canada. Sent to Windsor, and one Darth Invader sent to Queens, New York, if it's before June 22nd. If not, Surprise, Arizona.
Yes, and that Darth Vader, that is the helmet of Darth Vader. That's even scarier. That's not like a little smooth. You're going to get a whoo, ha.
I just want to have the Darth Invader.
You'd probably keep it in studio.
Yeah, of course I would.
I would too. I'd have it like just grab the squawk box once in a while. I might use it for a shot glass. She never said how deep the inlet was. It didn't look like a very big box.
I want to know who looks at that and says, that's for me. Like, who wants to put a box on their dick?
You know what we need to get on the show is the purchaser. Like, who's going to Hong Kong and Taiwan and Beijing and going, this is going to be a big seller. I'll take 100 of these.
That's right. Who's buying the supply for the warehouse? Who's the guy that tests the product?
It's not a store. It's not a corner of the drugstore where they got like a few vibrators or something. This is a fucking warehouse. Oh my God. I wonder if she could get us in for a tour. You can just imagine like 7 high. You got a jitney, a forklift. You got okay, we sold number 42 real life Run Jeremy dildo. Like who thinks of that when they're going to be an entrepreneur?
And
I want to start a sex warehouse. And Amanda's not talking about being laid off, ladies and gentlemen. This is a thriving business.
Oh, of course it is. The sex industry has been thriving for like a century or more, plus a century plus. It just how it evolves over time. And keep in mind, the sex industry, the porn industry, is always one of the first industries to test out new technologies.
True. Can you imagine an AI one-legged Aborigine sex doll?
Choo Choo Stew would be first in line.
Oh my gosh. You know, we were talking about Planet of the Apes earlier. What if sex dolls took over the world?
Oh my God. What was that Will Smith movie where it was,
Yes, we're those robots.
yeah,
Yes.
iRobot was the movie. What if it's Sex Doll?
Yeah, and then there was like Westworld was another one. I don't know if you know who Yul Brenner is.
Oh, of course, yeah, Yul Brenner.
But Future World and Westworld were two movies back in the Stepford Wives.
Mm-hmm.
Really, we're getting back in entertainment, but this was all way ahead of itself.
It's coming. I don't think we can stop it, but we somehow have to hitch our names to it.
So we've been trying for years. But next week, I'd like to like the toys are fun. You know, like the sparkly one that fucking shoots neon lights all the crap was their favorite, right? Like, I still don't understand. It's like a flashlight. And I don't understand why you need a light while it's inside of you. I still don't get that one. But I don't want to rehash old. But I'd love to understand the economics of this business because maybe I should be investing some of my retirement funds away from like a Boeing and GE and Tesla, and maybe I should be investing in a high margin sex toy warehouse.
Well, that's I would love to have the owners on and ask them a serious question of why would you choose
the story
sex toys?
Cave Cruise Shark Tank.
Right.
Tell us your business model, please. Amanda, you got to be out there. I know you watch on Rewind. Get us the owners.
I would love to ask that. When you're, early in your career and you're thinking of business models,
yes.
What led you to sex toys?
Yeah. He's a chef and you're a teacher. And all of a sudden you say, fuck this shit. We're going to sell sex toys.
We're
not just going to sell a couple dozen of them. We're going to build a warehouse of cocks and pussies. Anyway, we've carried it to the end. We always manage to do it. We actually had 15 minutes to go. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to name the show. Then I'm going to go have my mystery dinner. I wrote down a bunch of stuff. In Arizona Epicenter. Clucking chaos.
Mm-hmm.
She could have took my eye. So very dramatic. And then Big B said at one point, serial criminality. A lot of these won't go to anything, but he is a time traveler. But here's my favorites out of the bunch. A show note. I think it was from the banana tree.
Mm-hmm.
But my two are pretty simple, and you probably got one better than mine. I just wrote down, he got his.
Okay.
I really like that. But then my absolute favorite tonight, it might not end up as a show name, but definitely should be a show note. A dyke fight broke out.
It did.
Love that.
Oh.
You have 4. You didn't write down much.
I have 5.
Okay. I'm ready.
First show note is exactly what you had. I think it was from the banana tree.
Yeah.
That's
we
a great
should
show
write
note.
a song about that.
That's a great show note.
Yeah.
Second show note, you just said it 30 seconds ago. A warehouse of cocks and pussies.
Well, I mean, come on. Okay.
Next, I have never queefed.
Yeah, that was good. We should have a wall of fame of things we have never done. There's so many things we could track on this show.
Oh, a lot. Next, he turned into a shovel.
Oh, I love that one.
But my favorite. But my favorite of the night. Poultry fueled showdown.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's what it's going to be. Poultry fueled showdown. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. What a great show. Poultry fueled showdown is what it is. I liked he turned into a shovel too. I forgot about that. That was a fun story. All right, kids, we're out of here. We will be back next week. We will confirm with Amanda. If not, we'll be here anyway. And like I said, things are gonna get chaotic real soon. So you gotta bear with us. Catch us while you can. Catch us while you can. Because I also got like vacation and stuff coming up. Anyway, see you later. No Trump tonight, kids.
Later.
It's packed.
It is.
I want you to pack up and get out. Get the hell out of here.
Go. Just go. Get out. Get the hell out.
No! Get out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!